All right, you guys. My YouTube channel does this sometimes and boots me off, and I have to redo a part 2, and so this is part 2. So, welcome back. For those of you who come back. So grateful to have you guys here. Let me at least put my donation link up. That's how I can keep doing this. So bless all of you guys for being here with me. They ain't stopping nothing, man. We're still gonna do this. So just for the record, since you won't know what's going on later or after the live, our live just ended. So after, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So we're doing a part 2. It could be the weather that we're having, or it could be because 500 people showed up on my live. It doesn't matter. We're here and we're talking tonight about Lightworkers and about the frequency and consciousness expanding and developing in 2025. And so welcome back, you guys. Thank you for being here, or at least all those who are coming back. I see 22 people so far. We'll get the ball rolling again. It almost makes me want to like move out of this house, go live in my truck in a tent again, and make sure I'm parked next to a radar tower that gives me 4 bars. No problem. So anyways, it is what it is. And thank you guys for your patience and for joining us here in this live. And Lightworkers are meant to do service. And they're called light, not dark workers for a reason. Light workers, service, light. They're into unconditional love. They're into healing. They're into spiritual awakening and ascension. They're into helping and assisting, being of service. This is what a light worker is. And most of us here are light workers. I mean, we come here from another level of creation. We incarnate here just like the humans do, you know, through the fetus, come into the fetus, the consciousness goes into the fetus, and then you're, after 9 months, you're birthed. You're still inside the body. That's who you really are. You're not the fetus. You're not the baby. You're not the toddler, the teenager, or the adult. You are the being that's inside that vessel. Always were, always, you know, this is what we are. We're the spirit, the consciousness, having a human experience. We're a starseed, lightworker, empath, indigo child from a higher dimension who came into the fetus, was birthed. We're beings from other worlds mixed in with the rest of the human population, what we call earth seeds. So we have star seeds, earth seeds, we have Anunnaki hybrid aliens, humans, hybrids, you know, we have reptilian, human, alien hybrids, and probably a few other races here too. So not to mention we have some people who have snatched bodies, body snatching. There's a way to knock the consciousness out and come in, replace it. So this is part of the drama playing out in the world. Not everyone is pro-earth, pro-human, pro-God, or pro-Christos. They're anti-human, anti-earth, anti-God, anti-Christos. And so as a light worker, you're meant to awaken to this spiritual war. It's not all about being love and light, because it's not love and light here on earth. We're trying to bring in love and light in mint. But there's a spiritual war. We're part of the spiritual war. You don't just ignore it. You don't just not think about it or pretend the darkness doesn't exist. You're not clueless. We're love, light, and informed. We become very mindful and aware of the fallen angelic races. So there isn't some confusion in your service here. And you don't end up serving the dark side. Because there's plenty of indigo children who start working as a Sith Lord instead of a Jedi. So, and they think they're doing good. All those people calling themselves chosen ones and doing the reverse grid work on the planet ain't doing no service to humankind. They're actually doing a disservice. They're actually harming Earth, harming humans' spiritual awakening and ascension, not to mention their own individual awakening. They're too busy, got a chip on their shoulder. Now they think they're better than others and think they're saving when they're doing the opposite. These are the people who aren't practicing Christ consciousness. And so there's actual real light workers who see the false light workers. And we will treat them with unity consciousness and Christ consciousness, but we're very mindful of their distortions. And we transmute that from our life, from our hologram experience. We do not allow others to, knock us off of our course, because we're not love, light, and clueless. We're informed. And we see and we perceive those who are not, and those who are entangled up in the fallen angelic propaganda. So it could be your friends. It could be your family. It could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It could be someone you care about. Now you're involved in this, it's throwing you off, man. This is why we transmute relationships that don't serve you. This is why we transmute certain ideas and beliefs that we used to find or thought was truth, but now we're evolving beyond. And I'm truly grateful for the innerchristos law of one teachings. I'm grateful for the Emerald Covenant and the Guardian Alliance that's active here on the earth. There's literal guardians here on the earth. There's guardians in UFOs, underground bases, underwater bases, off-planet bases, and motherships, UFOs. We're a group. Some of us are on the ground. What's up, homies? Some of us are like the Marines, spiritual Marines, coming on the ground to the front lines. They're safe in their mothership. We're coming here to where the danger is. The front lines where the battle is playing out. Oh, the battle plays out in the skies too. And secrecy and secret military, secret governments, secret space programs. But here we are doing our task here. I'm in my life focused and sharing the Voyager's material, the Emerald Order material, the innerchristos information and knowledge, the Guardians. I find myself connected to the Anuhazi, to the Azarites, angelic human, Orifim. I probably said that already, but you realize our true identity is coming out of the Lyran, Syrian, Anuhazi. Lyran, Syrian. Syrians are our friend. We fled to planet Sirius, Sirius B. Okay, that's our new homies. That's where we're coming from. Because the Lyran planet, Armentana, it's got a name. Planet Armentana was destroyed. The feline hominids fled for their lives because of the Anu Elohim trying to murder them, trying to take them out. So our identity is now Lyran Syrian. You're a Lyran Syrian lightworker. We're part of the Holy Elohai Blue Flame. This is where the indigo children are coming out of. This is where lightworkers are coming out of. Empaths, most of us are part of that line. The Lyran Syrian line and agenda and guardians. Guardian Alliance, Vatos, no freaking Galactic Fed. That's the dark side. This is heavy in the spiritual warfare of New Age. And you better believe You're going to have all kinds of distractions in New Age trying to trick you into the false Galactic Federation, into the false Ashtar Command, into the false New Age channeling movement. You're not meant to channel. We do not channel. You have guardian angelics are not going to channel you. Fallen angelics are the only ones who channel. Who is Bashar channeling, homie? Or any of you angel channelers, archangel channelers, channeling. Who are you channeling? There's plenty of secret space program whistleblowers talking about inner Earth, and they show pictures, illustrations of them going into these chambers and then connecting to humans in the third dimension. They're using technology, they're using psychic, Sith dark beings channeling, pretending to be nice guys, brothers and sisters from space, and we're getting duped, fooled, entangled into phantom, entangled into chosen one agendas, entangled into archangel channeling agendas. We don't channel. We go inside into our own DNA, man. 1,728 selves. That is our guardian family. That is our identity. We don't need no archangel. We don't need chosen ones. We don't need saints. We don't need godlets, beings calling themselves gods, creators, our creators. We don't need any of that. Human race are guardians. They're trying to demonize the human race. They're trying to put down the human race. They're trying to disempower the human race. They're anti-humans. They want us to forget, confused, take on other agendas, other identities. Lightworkers. This is our, you would say, challenge. To have discernment and see all of this happening. You probably came into this because your soul, your DNA went to it like a Geiger counter. Oh yes, of course. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. I am part of Creator. I am the sacred universal law of one. I am Christ consciousness. I am unity. All are equal. You ain't hearing this message in New Age. You ain't hearing this in religion. This is a fallen angelic descending earth. It's falling into dissension. It's going down and down. So we love to get along with all of these spiritual ideas, but realize, what can you do when you know that those actual New Age beliefs, you know that they're actually fallen angelic teachings? You know. So what can you do? What are you going to do with this? Well, with those type of friends, those type of teachings, what do you do? So it's tricky. So we're have this discernment, and you respect other people's beliefs, but you're supposed to still bring the actual inner Christos. You're meant to bring the actual guardian law of one, not the trick, lie, deception of the raw material law of one that was channeled with the Bible. That is not our message. That is not Emerald Covenant message. You will not see Emerald Covenant in the law raw of material. This is a perfect example, man. Just like the Inky in the Marduk is a perfect example of that is not our teaching. That is a trick. That is a deception. That is part of the fallen angelic propaganda. What do you do? How do you react? What do you do when you're approached with these teachings? You see what I do. You see how I respond. You know, we don't call people wrong. We can call their information distortion and explain why it's a distortion and see what people decide for themselves. We're not forcing it. It's not dogma. There's no commandments. There's no lords or kings of kings telling you what you should and should not do. It's all based on free will, equality, and those who are not in those teachings don't like that message. They like to be special and better and over you. They want one up on you. They want to compare and say, look, I'm better than you are. Look, I am more enlightened than you are. There is no Christ consciousness in that speech. There is no unity or unconditional love or omni love there. Those are foreign concepts. I proved it to you. Look up omni love on Google Internet. There's no results. Nobody talks about omni love when it is actually a universal principle. And here people can't accept omni love. Even people here in chat. Not all of you can accept omni love. This is what you're up against, Lightworker. Infighting in spirituality itself, and a bunch of billions of humans who have no clue, who are following these dark demonic energies, all these Metatronic Death Star entities. Teach in the freaking Inky, in the Marduk, Archangel Michael, Galactic Federation. All of this is pulling you down, Holy Ones. This is our challenge, Lightworkers. Emerald Order Lightworkers. Innerchristos Law of One Lightworkers. This is our challenge within our own life, within the world, within our conversations, within our relationships. This is our challenge. This is our burden. It's our honor. This is our task. Even though our shield, they call it the shield, was split, I call bullshit. Don't be split. Come together, Holy Ones. Don't stay split. Bring in and stand in the strength of unity and Christ consciousness. Know that the Christos is attacked. Even people calling themselves spiritual don't like our message of unity and Christ consciousness and equality. They can't stand equality. They don't want equality. But that's what it is, honey. Everybody is equal. Everybody is God. Everyone's part of the one. You just want to separate and segment and entitle yourself. You want to be better than others. You want to be favored. You want to be chosen. So that's your free will. That's your falling. That's your distortion. You're following and investing in the descending earth. You're investing in and putting energy into the phantom false creeds. How many people are speaking and preaching judgment and fear and guilt and shame? You're a guilty, sinful, horrible person. Human race is terrible. Human race is just, what is this? This is where our message comes in. No, human race. You are guardians. You are brilliant. You are 12-strand diamond sun DNA. You are part of the actual, we're called the universal security of universal stargates. You're not coming from some, what, Anu Elohim. You weren't created by Anunnaki. You see the black magic spell against you. Machiwa. Inner Christ. Inner God. Equality in all life. One spirit. One God. One body. There's only one being. There's only one reality, Vatos. And apparently that message is, wow, only millions of us on planet Earth follow that. Only millions. We're a small little tenth of 1% of a minority on Earth. So, I'm so thankful that we can create this space. Here on Christos Avatar, we create this space where we can come together and celebrate our human spirit. Be proud to be a human race. Know our true heritage. Know our true potential. And when you got a bunch of New Agers barking at you saying that you're created to be some inferior race and that we're supposed to be following these intruder races, this is what the Guardians call them. You're worshiping the intruder races. The Inky, the Enlil, or Marduk are invaders. They conquerors. They initiate war. They mess with your DNA. They pretend they're your gods. So the actual truth is coming from the inner Christos, the inner God, Machiwa. Say it with me, holy ones. I am God. I am God. I am God. Spiritual Ascension. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for supporting this work. Tracy Lee, thank you also for supporting this work. And both of you, thank you for being members of this channel. 100 years from now, from Canada, blessing, Holy One. Thank you so much for supporting this work. I can't do this without you guys. You said it, Jazzy Jams. You're God. I am you. You are me. God, sovereign, free, unity, consciousness, MCEO for life, baby. What's up? Mikilzet Kosher, Emerald Order. Nikki B in the house. Sandra in the house. I am God. I am clarity. 100%, 100%, 100%, says Veronica. I'm sorry, Veronique. Veronique. Bless you. Woohoo! Yeah, this is gonna, and you guys, we're not alone. Imagine that we have all of these brilliant guardians out there. They're part of this too. They're helping the planet in some way, in some form. Just like we're on the boots on the ground. We're the spiritual Marines on the ground. We're on the front lines. We get to feel the misery. We get to feel the sickness in our bodies, or the distortions in our families, and our friends, and in the world. We get to feel it hardcore. We chose it. I chose it. You chose it, brothers and sisters. And we don't give up. We're not quitters. Under whatever circumstance. I remember when I was homeless in my tent still doing lives. Didn't matter if what I had or didn't have. And if it happens again, it happens again. I'll take my, I don't know how many cans of food, with 300 cans of food. I'll take my sleeping bag and my tent and my generator and my water and go out there again if I have to. And still be talking about unity consciousness and Voyager's material and all of these different workshops and all these concepts about the fallen angelics and the extraterrestrials this is till the end, man. I'm here. I'm committed. This is my, I'm standing in my conviction in these teachings. And we will get people disagreeing, and that's okay. You can expect it. You can expect that people are going to trigger or react in a negative way. They're going to be stuck in their Yahweh, Jehovah God, Allah God, Brahma God. They're stuck. They're just stuck. They cannot change. No, they can change, but in their mind they won't. They resonate with judgment and holy wars and murder and sacrifice. That's their vibration. They can't consider something else. So some people are not flexible at all. Some people won't hear you out or listen to another point of view. They're just closed. No, I've done my research. And the stuff about Yahweh is not even a secret. It's right there in the Bible, man. You see exactly what this being says, exactly what this being is thinking, what this being values. It's not even a conspiracy. I'm reporting to you what the Bible says. Whoa. Wait. Oh, okay. Please let me get my amber. My amber. Resin. You know how long it takes to make amber? How long does it take to make amber? So, Lightworkers, I'm very honored to be working with you. Those of you who are committed to living this path, having this reference point. Think about it. A lot of us are part of the Guardian Alliance. Dude, it's already gone. It's already gone. It goes so fast. Because it's so fine, it does burn, but compared to these are more like pebbles, little rocks. So they last longer. There's a clump of frankincense. Energy, hold it in the palm of your hand. Co-create. I got these pieces of Palo Santo. I just put it next to the charcoal so it burns too. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with us. We're having our own innerchristos party, baby. What's up? Oh, Stardust Goddess. Yeah, I just bought some. Thank you for sharing, Celine. Yeah, it's a charcoal, and it comes in these rolls. And you light the charcoal, and then put the incense on. No stick incense. But people will still buy there and use stick incense because it's cheap. See the charcoal? It looks like just a bunch of ashes now because I used it for so long. So that's a lot of energy in those ashes. A lot of drum circles, a lot of lives, YouTube lives. So yeah, it's definitely different when I stop smoking. Like tonight will be the third night I haven't smoked, so but this is part of my 2025 changes. So my goal is to go a whole month. I want all this inflammation to go away. And so the combination of being sick with the fever for a whole week and the changes in 2025, and we get closer and closer to big changes, and it's just my commitment to I tell you guys about making changes. I want to make changes myself. So it's just really hard to fall asleep, man. It's restless. Flipping from one side to another side, coming back out in the house and walking around, or trying to lay in this chair and then go back to sleep and try to go back to sleep. Man, it is brutal. But this could be some of the damage of smoking all the time. You get used to it, and then you build up this content in your body. So I'm just trying to clean it all out, and it sounds crazy, but I want to start getting heavy into working out again and going for walks again, doing yoga. I want to invest in a treadmill, but I'm not going to invest in big money until Trump comes in office. I want to see what happens. I don't know for sure, and neither do any of you. Nobody knows for sure what happens in the political arena, but I don't have a lot of money to throw around, so a treadmill's a big price tag. But I want my cardio. I want to be fit again. I want to be. I want to learn qigong this year. I'm gonna learn qigong, and so I might be making videos about that stuff when I become good at it, right? I'm not playing around. I'm not messing around, and so I got to take this spiritual journey seriously. I hope you guys do too. And for a lot of you, it's going to be challenges with relationships. As you change, and as a light worker, you're focused on this stuff, but maybe your partner is not. Maybe you're tired of that, and you don't want you would rather be alone instead of having this friction with someone who believes in something else than you do, right? So I don't deal with that. I've been single for a while and I like it. So, I don't have to fight with someone's beliefs. Now, the only person that comes close would be my daughter, because she's my daughter, but I respect her beliefs, whatever her, if she awakens into this on her own, or it's up to her, So So actually, if you guys have any advice Not just in chat. Please write to me. If you have advice on how to fall asleep, because it is crazy hard for me. It's frustrating. I've tried, I'll tell you what I've already tried. Chamomile tea does jack shit. Doesn't do nothing at all. So please don't give me that advice, because I've already tried it, trust me. Melatonin and what is this? A valerian root. Melatonin. Is it melatonin and valerian root? That didn't do jack shit either. Maybe that stuff will work after I stop smoking for a while, but right now it doesn't help me do nothing, right? So if you guys can write me on direct message me on Facebook and Instagram, even the members area, write me. Or send me an email. My email's below. Hey, Davian. Hey, Anuhazi. Here's some tips that helped me. But please don't tell me chamomile tea. It doesn't work, homie. There's got to be something else out there. There is something else. Come on. You must know something that helps. Do you guys know anything that helps me sleep? What will help me sleep? Thank you so much. Bless you. I consider myself a light worker. I consider myself like someone who's trying to be enlightened. Enlighten. Bring in more light. Bring in more. This is what I feel. 100% inner God. Unity, connection to God. We are God. 100%, 200%, no doubt. Just, you see it in your own spiritual journey. You feel it. And you also feel that which is not truth. It's a resonance, man. Like, you know that a lot of us starseeds, indigos, we see all this stuff in the religion. Even if you don't understand it all, you know there is something wrong in some of that stuff you were taught. You just feel it, man. You're a light worker, you're representing light, and you come up against something that's not light, it's actually dark. Well, it stops you. It should stop you. You don't just automatically accept, especially when it comes to your most sacred beliefs. You would think you put a lot of thought into your beliefs. And just because it's a religion doesn't mean it's true. Just because people are calling the Bible Holy Scripture or the Word of God doesn't mean it's true. So you have to have your own discernment. Spiritual Ascension likes orange pekoa tea. Wow. You have problems with phlegm and mucus? I don't have that problem. That's not my problem. My problem is falling asleep. Alcohol would not help. You don't want, as a spiritual person, you know what damage alcohol does to you. You don't want alcohol. If you want psychic perceptions, alcohol is going to take that away from you. You do not have psychic perceptions when you're drunk. Just doesn't work. It doesn't go together, Holy One. L. Nixon Ryder got it going on. Yeah, that's my goal too, brother. Yeah, you said it, Victor. Dare to question the Bible or any religion that you're automatically just following because your parents did. I mean, think about it. Most people, like a Christian, most Christians, for example, are Christians because that's what their parents are. Because they went to church when they were little kids. Why is the Japanese person following a different religion? Because they were born in Japan. You're a Mormon because you were born in Utah. For example, you're born somewhere, now it's your ultimate truth? Because your parents are following this tradition, now it's your automatically truth. How much discernment are you putting into your belief? There's a whole reason why I'm into these teachings, not just because anyone I know was following it. It's the same thing with cultures and all that. You don't have to follow some culture because you were born into it. And then people in that culture will think you're wrong or bad if you're not. It's disrespectful to your own culture, huh? I am my own culture. I am my own soul. I am my own being. I don't need to automatically follow some shit because I was born to certain conditions or lifestyles of my family. I can have my own mind, my own decisions and choices, and what I do with my beliefs. Yeah. It wasn't a choice when I was a kid. I was told to go to church, to go to Sunday school. I was forced. I didn't have no say in the matter. But when I was an adult, even when I was a teenager, I started to rebel. I did make my own choice, didn't I? I did make my own belief. Because eventually everybody thinks about God to your own conclusion, your own life. You start to think about reality and the universe. You think about that. Usually when you're an adult, when you have kids, it comes across without your parents' influence. Thank you, Celine. Monster Quinn, greetings, sister. Yeah, I used to put cashew butter in some of my smoothies so you get the extra calories so you don't become one of those skinny vegans. You don't need to be skinny. You can add, which she just said, cashew butter to your smoothie. I would only use alkaline ingredients in my smoothies. So dates are alkaline and dates are fattening. So if you're adding a nut butter like cashew butter or some other almond butter or whatever, you can throw in some dates. You can throw in that took care of it. I never got skinny from eating smoothies. And that's something I want to do, but dude, this alkaline chili, I haven't got tired of it. It's so wonderful. Alkaline electric chili. I put squash in it. I put zucchini and carrots and green bell peppers, red bell peppers. I put tomatoes and of course there's garbanzo beans, what they call it, chickpeas, so it makes a great alkaline chili. And I made up my own recipe because I was following someone else's recipe, but I just followed I want all these different alkaline veggies in my chili. It makes a freaking huge chili. Like, I have literally a pot this big and it's full of vegetables. It takes me an hour to cut all these vegetables. I forgot to mention celery. Celery's in there. It kicks ass, man. A big pot of chili. alkaline electric chili. You're not supposed to make 2 portions, but I do. Double the recipe so I don't have to cook as often. Otherwise, it would be only this full. But no, I want it full to the max. It gets so full, I can't put my chickpeas in there right away. I have to wait for it to boil and get down a little bit, a few more inches, and then I can add the rest of the stuff. Or I should just buy a bigger pot. I don't know. But I'm going to go hardcore. I'm taking this whole fever, no smoking, this exercise ideas, and I'm just going to blow up in that expanded health regime. I want a total different health regime. I don't want no problems anymore with the freaking lymphatic inflammation from smoking cannabis. No, not gonna do. I'm not gonna allow it anymore. I ain't allowing this shit feeling. I don't want it anymore. It sucks. If I lifted up my shirt, you would see what I'm dealing with. I don't really want to, but because I have to use the wand. I have to use the wand all the time. All the time, every day. Every day I have to use it. It hurts. Okay. Let's do this. It's mostly on this side of my chest. Okay, gotta sit here, spend my time doing this and doing this. It works, it helps, but I don't need to be doing this. I don't want to be doing this. I need to just stop what the problem is. I'm committing myself to be healthy again. I eat healthy, but I still slip up and eat shit when I shouldn't. But dude, I ain't allowing it. I am saying I'm committing myself. I am committing. I am having conviction in this. I ain't gonna mess around anymore. No joke. Whatever it is, I am healing it all. Heal it all. Come on. Some of you want to join me? Come on, let's do this. We're doing this health kick. Let's do this new health kick together. We can cheer each other on. You can do it. You're doing it. That wand works, man. No joke. But I don't want to rely on it. Sunset dreams. I don't know if that's true. Let me tell you why exactly sunset dreams. This is near my head. It's not helping me sleep. So, once again, it could be because none of that stuff will actually show some help assistance until I get all this cannabis out. Well, it's not cannabis, it's the inflammation now from the cannabis. So, this is selenite. A nice big piece of selenite, baby. What's up? Doesn't help me sleep. Just like chamomile tea doesn't make me sleep. But I appreciate the advice, because most of your guys' advice I'm going to try. I will try anything not anything, but healthy wise. I don't want no pills or prescriptions. Only herbal or high vibe diet foods or the any type of the energies, practices like Qigong or meditation. I know I'm going to get myself to feel great by February. I'm sure by February I will be able to report to you guys a difference. And we can party. I don't know. I'm excited. So I just want to say, you guys, if any of you guys can help out this donation here with Super Chat, or you can become a paid member, or you can visit my Etsy shop. Like, someone just bought 2 of my paintings. It's been a while since that happened, so I'm truly grateful for that, you guys. Blessings for anyone who did that. And so Trace Minerals, 40,000 volts. I'll check out what that is. I never heard of it. Sounds like a stun gun. I don't want to shock myself with 40,000 volts. What? Yeah, I talk about Cathar and sliders. So what are you talking about, Indigo? I mean, I've told you guys that there's 12 sliders. In our side, we only go up to 11. And there's 4 Cathara. I know those teachings, bro. Well, I don't have any problems going to the bathroom. I'll show you guys what I use. Psyllium husk. It actually doesn't matter what I eat, because I can still go to the bathroom because of this stuff. All it is psyllium husk. I take 2 scoops of this and this one, because there's some super one. It's bullshit. I just need the normal original, not some special one. The original one. 2 times a day. I don't have, 2 scoops. 2 scoops. I never have a problem going to the bathroom. It's not my problem. So I suggest anyone who has an issue, there's all kinds of supplements I won't take, but this is a simple supplement, a very simple, basic supplement. And it works. No joke. I tried to get my daughter to do this. She didn't like the taste. What are you talking about? There's no taste. There's no taste to me. It grossed her out, though. But it freaking works. You're in misery. So she used to, you don't know my daughter, so I'm not embarrassing her, have bleeding because she couldn't go to the bathroom. What are you doing? Just take 2 of the scoops. You will go to the bathroom. No problem. So, blessings to all you light workers. We don't want to be like having problems with our health, because it's all about energy. And if your body's having issues, you're gonna have issues in your ability to heal physically, heal your consciousness. You don't want anything holding you back, certainly not your own body. We need to treat our bodies like temples, man. Because it is the vessel of our consciousness. Our body is the vessel of our consciousness. It should be like a temple. We shouldn't abuse our body. We should be very mindful of taking care of our body. And you guys have seen me talk about that so much. That it's important to take care of what we eat and how we treat our body. And, I've been on a spiritual journey since early 2000s. Like, I've tried many different things. I've done a lot of things in diet, a lot of things in different concepts of spirituality. Here I am, 2024 though. I've found the, ultimate. I found the ultimate truth. And now it's about becoming an expert in that ultimate truth. And I don't know everything, obviously. I have a lot more to learn and teach, but I'm going in that direction. Just like a lot of us as light workers, hopefully we're becoming enlightened. We're becoming a worker of spirit and positive, that's the mission of a starseed, is to help with the consciousness and ascension and awakening on Earth. And go back home. After you did your job, you're meant to go back home. And so, but did you do our job? Are we doing our job? I can't wait to meet some of you in the future of wherever humans are going to be. If it's not Tara, it's some pleasant place in Andromeda or wherever the Guardians are doing their thing. So this is what we want to do as a group. I hope to see all of you there in the next journey, in the next timeline. Machua. Thank you, Sarah. Appreciate it. Yeah, I won't be able to remember everything in chat, but I will watch this video probably tomorrow and look at what people said in chat. Duck flower? I never heard of that. Okay, I'll still stay clear of duck flower, bro. Ashwagandha, I've heard of that. Superfoods? No. Okay. This is called a cleanse, a colon cleanse. I don't care about that. I care about it to help me go to the bathroom. No problems. So I'm not trying to do colon cleanse. I'm simply trying to go to the bathroom. And when I was a teenager, someone gave me this product and it worked. I've known about this for freaking 40 years. Yeah, maybe CBDT is nice, but I'm not putting anything related to cannabis. It just makes me have lymphatic inflammation, which is a very unique problem. How many of you have had lymphatic inflammation? You probably don't even know what that is. What's lymphatic? And no, it's not my neck and my armpits. It's my chest right here. The lymphatic system goes through your whole body. It does include the neck and the armpits, but the breast area. This is why it was in 2023, I got a lump under this left nipple. Doesn't matter if I'm a guy, I got a lump under my left nipple. And this made it go away within a week. No joke, this works. And this is another way you can support my channel. It's one of the few things that I agree with. And so this uses terahertz frequency. It's like your own med bed, but handheld med bed, frequency. 369 Tesla says even that the future of medicine is frequency. Just like there's already been people from decades ago who were coming up with these little booths. They would go inside the booth and they could take something out of your body through frequency. This is the future, man. Yeah, we're going to learn how to heal ourselves, but not all humans know how. And there is going to be devices and technologies where people can just go inside a machine or use a machine, technology, energy, frequency, and heal themselves. You know that the human race eventually becomes immortal. Right now, we're obviously not immortal, but we can. It's in our potential. We know we are immortal in higher dimensions, and so it's something that we're trying to go towards. Because in a spiritual war, one of the things you're going to have problems with is health, because we're under attack at many different levels. We're being under attack in our food, in our air, in our water, in our spiritual beliefs, we're just being attacked. Many different flanks, many different ways. Even EMP pulses. Even they use technologies, super advanced technologies most humans don't even know or would even believe exist. So they're labeled conspiracy theories. You've been conditioned to label things that are hard for you to believe as not real. It's just conspiracy of some nut, some crazy person. Hello, most of the things you think are crazy are actually real. You think are fantasy are actually real. So I would start to pay attention to things that are paranormal, supernatural, because that's actually what is our potential to go into these, to realize that there is crazy, crazy stuff out there that is actually real, and that there's so many clues to it. There's so much disclosure of it. Sure, there's people trying to trick us, but there's other people trying to warn us or say, hey, this is happening in my career, my life. It's a real thing. I'm coming out and telling you about it, whistleblowers. And it's not just one. There's several different people who come out. And so this is why I still upload secret space program stuff. This is why I'm still, talking about some of the things that are hard for most humans to even believe, or they think is impossible. But we've lived in crazy times. There's been crazy shit that has happened, like COVID. I mean, it's not impossible. We can't have bizarre, freaky conspiracy things happen. And you don't just dismiss it, and you actually check and see if you feel it as truth or not. I mean, you don't have to just rely on other people and what other people say, you guys. We can actually go investigate and check and do our own research and make our own decisions. We don't have to rely on other people for truth. We can find the truth. This is why a lot of people who are trying to control the narrative, trying to control the gates, they're trying to gate information, control where information flows, when we're trying to share information, share knowledge. Those are two different kind of people. Some people think, this is why we have mystical, like magic circles and people who are in secret societies, and there's people who are holding the truth. We're all meant to be immortal. We're all meant to be using advanced healing technologies, and we're all supposed to be going out of the solar system and into other galaxies. Man, we're not even coming close to what we're, humans are not experiencing are not all experiencing this on the same level. I mean, we even have breakaway civilizations. Most people will think that's impossible, but even the Germans were a breakaway civilization. The Mayans are another breakaway civilization. They have left Earth and gone beyond Earth. There has been breakaway civilizations, but people can't compute that in their mind. They're just stuck in 3D realities, 3D histories and identities, and they can't go outside the box. They can't think outside the box. They think it's all conspiracy theories. You've been trained. Now you think it's a flat earth, and now you don't look up. Now you don't think it's possible. It's impossible. We're living under a dome. It's called mind control. It's called disempowerment. It's called ignorance and foolishness. You can't stretch your mind. That goes on you. Now you're stuck in reincarnating no opportunities. You're not growing spiritually. You're not evolving spiritually. You're just staying in the same place because you can't stretch your mind outside the box. You don't believe in anything spiritual, anything paranormal, anything aliens, nothing to do with magic or spirit. You think it's all bullshit. Well, that's exactly why you're where you are. And you aren't going nowhere. You're not growing. You're just going to be in a rut. You're just going to be stuck in a trap. You're going to be stuck in reincarnation. What's up? Your soul ain't growing. Wonder why? Maybe you want to consider people who talk about UFOs. I've seen UFOs, man. No doubt. 100% no. I know it was real. I've seen alien beings. No doubt in my mind. I felt frequencies running through my hands, running through my back, through my head, through my feet. I felt, and I don't need anyone to tell me if it was real or not real, or you think it was only in my imagination. See, you guys, Lightworkers, you get to a point where you simply don't need other people to believe. I don't need all of you to believe. Like for myself, I don't need people to believe that I saw a UFO. I don't need people to believe that I was abducted. I don't need people to believe that I've seen my Christ avatar. I don't need people to believe or not believe if I saw my ascended master. Or if I saw all are one. You know, people have had these experiences where they know everything is one because they experienced it. It wasn't imagination, homie. It's a knowing, not a Christian faith, a belief, or a hope. It's a literal testimony, witnessing, experiencing, a knowing. And most people just can't accept that. They don't believe it. They're just going to stay stuck in reincarnation. Their soul ain't budging. As a matter of fact, most of those souls are falling, descending. Not just staying, but actually digressing, de-evolving. Machiwa. That is the truth of spiritual ascension or descension. Vinco. Christos, who are the positive extraterrestrial races? Well, if you want to talk about races, just realize there could be individuals in that race who are not good, right? But as a race, the Lyran Syrians, the cat people, are the good guys. Generally speaking, the Pleiadians are good guys, but we also know there's a whole branch of Luciferian ones on planet Nibiru. You see what I'm saying? There's some races that we talk about, that the Guardians talk about, that other people in New Age have never heard of, like the Orapheme. They're good guys, but nobody, you go look in Google. I would look in Google. I go to Google, I put Orapheme. It's in the Ascension Glossary, and that's it. It literally, in Google, there's only one result for Orapheme. But it's in a whole way. These Orapheme are the beings who created the human race, but nobody is talking about them. But there you go. There's one of the races, Orapheme. Not Seraphim, that's a different race, a different gold flame. Orapheme or blue flame, Elohai. Nobody's talking about them. I'm talking about them. Lisa Renee's talking about them. It was one person coming from, of course you have something called Ophanium. We're not talking about Ophanium, we're talking about Orapheme. The Azurites are definitely good beings, positive beings. So, Lyran, Syrian, Anuhazi, Oraphim, Azarites. See, these are beings that are not... Let me check Azarites. Let me see if anyone's talking about Azarites. You see how we're only one-tenth of 1% of the entire human race that knows these concepts. 1/10 out of 8 billion plus humans. Azurite. It's a crystal. We know it's a crystal, so I had to put Azurites, plural. Nope, there is nothing. No. Oh, again, Lisa Renee. We know she's a guardian. She's the follows the Christos. You're only going to see it in either, because I haven't pushed my channel. I don't put much energy into my website. I mean, so it's not going to show up on Google searches because there's not really nothing on my site. But there's a whole bunch of stuff on Lisa Renee's site. That's why it's showing up. Only on her site, man. No one's talking about Azurites or Oraphim. And you could definitely try Turanesium, angelic humans, or but that's not the same thing. That's not the name of a race, right? But of course, we have some of the Arcturians are our friends. Arcturians, some of the Pleiadians, not all, some. Pleiadians, Arcturians, Syrians. That's about it. That's about it. Maybe some Andromedans, but people are clueless. They're just simply freaking clueless, man. Andromeda is the name of an entire galaxy, not the name of an alien race. But people are still going to use it. Why don't you just say Milky Wayans? Oh, we got some Milky Wayans. What? Huh? It's the same stupid comment as Andromedans, because that's what? It's an entire galaxy. It's actually a bigger galaxy than the Milky Way. But we're calling them as an alien race. It's ignorance and foolishness. There is no race called Andromedans. It's not representing one race. Oh, they're from Andromeda. But which race from Andromeda? Right? Let's be more specific than that, maybe. So, like, for example, Mintakans. You say Mintakan, that's a specific planet, a specific race. You say Regalians, that's a specific race, not Orion. Which Orion? Which Andromedan? Right? We're talking about race names, and that goes with Lyrans. Lyran is not a race name. But people still call them Lyrans. What are they called, really? Anuhazi. The cat people are not called Lyrans. They're from Lyra, but they're not. That's rude. Oh, they're Lyrans. But that shows your ignorance and foolishness. They're Anuhazi or Leonines. Okay, so, if you say Venusians from Venus, that's a specific. You're not saying Milky Wayans. So, people want to say those blonde people, but you look at the secret space program and they're mixed in some dark shit. They're not all good. Sorry, just not. They got all these agendas, and we talk about some of those agendas. And I'll help you answer the question. This is in Voyagers. There's 3 flames. The gold flame, the violet flame, and the blue flame. The guardian races, most of them are good, but 3 of them fell. Out of 10, 3 guardian, I meant to say founders races. All alien races came from one of the 10 founder races. It's called founder for a reason. Blue Flame founded 2 races. There's 2 of them right there. And one of those 2 fell. The Anuhazi, not called Lyrans, and the Anu. The Anu fell. They're the ones who became the Anu Elohim. The Gold Flame, the Mantis Athean. But so many New Agers are scared to death of a mantis, tall mantis being. But these tall mantis beings are founder races. The bird people. But they're not called bird people, they're called Ceres. The Ceres, there's a Cerez, there's an Seres, there's an Serres. There's different spellings for Ceres because there's different dimensional levels of bird people. They're the Ceres bird people. They're also a peaceful, but you don't hear much about the Ceres, do you? We don't hear about them in the Galactic Fed. We don't hear about bird people in anything, really. They're not really talked about. But they're a guardian race. The only thing close is the Blue Avians. That's a bird race. But that once again, there's a foolishness and ignorance. That's not a race name, homies. It's a description. Why doesn't Corey Good actually know the race's name? Because they're not called Blue Avians, Vato. They're not calling each other, hey, Blue Bird. Oh, hi, Blue Bird. So, the other 2 races of the Gold Flame fell because they suck. They suck ass because they can't even get the unity right. So, we got the Omicron Dragon Moths. They became fallen angelics. And they're fallen, Gold Flame. And then there's the winged reptilians called the Odetticrons. They fell. So, the Gold Flame created 4 races and 2 of them fell. The Violet Flame is a different story. None of their races fell. Aquatic apes. We don't hear nothing about the aquatic apes. We don't hear nothing about the Pegasus. They're another positive race of the Violet Flame. And then there's the whales and the dolphins. Now, we do hear about dolphins, but people don't think of them as ETs. But they are ETs. So, do you think of a winged horse as an alien? It is. It's an 11-dimensional alien. What we call dolphins, they're ETs, they're aliens from the 11th dimension, originally on planet Avion, which was destroyed by the reptilians. Armentana was destroyed and Avion was destroyed. That goes all back to the original sin. Not the biblical original sin. The alien extraterrestrial original sin. Has nothing to do with even humans. It was before humans were even created. So there was 4 and floor plus 2. That's 10 races. Now, you could say the dinosaurs are a race too, but there's no name for them. They're just called dinoids. So I have a feeling it's coming out of the reptilians somehow, some way. Dinosaurs, reptilians are kind of like the same. So it's not really counted as a separate race, but maybe it is. I don't know what they would call it. But someday I'll make a video about the dinoids, because most people only have a reference to the beings on planet Earth. So most of those races people have not heard of. They certainly don't talk about them. But the Anu are definitely one of the ones they talk about, which is a fallen angel race. And nobody in the New Age has any... Same thing with Anuhazi. This is where Christ is. This is Christ, but it's not being talked about. Anuhazi is Christ. It's the 12th dimensional Christos race. But nobody talks about it. Let me check. Anuhazi. It's in Ascension Glossary. That's it. Just like all the other Guardian teachings, nobody talks about them. We're only 1/10 of 1% of the entire world. It's even the first language externally spoken in the universe. You would think it would be significant on Earth, but it's not. This goes to show how bad the fallen angelic activity is here. When it's been erased, deleted, forbidden. You're not allowed to know your origins from Tara. You don't even, that's another thing. Now, Tara could be many girls could be using that name, so there's probably lots of Tara. It's mentioned in Wikipedia, in Buddhism. So even Ascension Glossary doesn't mention Tara, huh? Gee. It's only the number one universal Stargate. Ascension Glossary. I'm sure she has to have it mentioned though in her site search. I'm going to Ascension Glossary site search. So it is. She does talk about Tara. This is not showing up in Google though. Now, a lot of people will probably, I didn't read the chat yet, but I'm sure a lot of people were telling you, my brother, about a bunch of unrelated, Christos unrelated races. And that's okay. I'm just simply telling you from the Christos point of view of the positive races that you asked about. Yeah, that's another thing Galactic Goddess points out. Everybody jumps right to the 9th dimensional planet. Well, it's 7, 8, and 9. They talk about Earth and Gaia. When none of these New Agers are going to Gaia. They're going to somewhere else, like Andromeda or Tara, maybe. You could say Tara is 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. You don't skip 4th and 5th and 6th dimension to go to the 7th dimensional, 8th dimensional, 9th dimensional Gaia. When most New Agers only go up to 7 chakras. They don't go to the 8th chakra. They never heard of it. They don't go to the 9th chakra. That's Gaia. 7, 8, and 9 is Gaia. You ain't going to Gaia. You don't go from 3D Earth to 9D Gaia. It just goes to show the influence of the fallen angelic propaganda in New Age. It's not even in people's memories. They don't even remember Tara. It's forbidden history. You're not allowed to know about Tara. So, no one's talking about Tara. And then when I do mention Tara, people find some other reference in Tara, like you saw in Wikipedia. We're not Wikipedia. We're not talking about their information. We're not talking about the Buddhism Tara. We're talking about, and then when I made a video about Tara, a bunch of clowns, a bunch of freaking clowns started making shit comments about some video game. Or was that Lemuria? Also Lemuria. I muted the speaker so it doesn't make that noise, sorry. Like we know Earth is dimensions 1, 2, and 3. Tara is dimensions 4, 5, and 6. Gaia is dimensions 7, 8, and 9. And then the planet that absolutely no one talks about is the one after Gaia, which is Aramentana. Dimensions 10, 11, and 12. The liquid light planet. Very interesting. Very interesting. How it's just gone. This is why we're being ruled by anti-Christos here. But it's also very wonderful to hear you guys talking about. You guys are familiar with these terms. You guys have read this. It's so cool to hear you guys, to confirm you guys are actually studying. Well, it didn't disconnect. We're still here. Yeah, there's definitely. I just want to say that there is literally 25 billion star leagues. That means different planets who are in the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, IAFW. It's a real thing. I'm not just making sci-fi shit up. It's an actual thing. And each one of those planets probably have billions of beings on it. That's what we call the guardian angelic nations. But that's a hell of a lot. Hell of a lot of beings. A whole different plethora these all came out of 10 different founders races. Everything came out of one of the 10 founders races. I mean, it makes more sense to consider the dinoids and the, let me see, insectoids. I don't know how I didn't mention the insectoids. The gold flame insectoids. So there's more than 10. Holy shit. So blue flame has 2. The gold flame has the most races. Founders. They have, I did mention the insectoids. The Athean. Never mind. The Athean mantis are the ones where the gray aliens come out of. So I didn't make a mistake there. So just let me look at the diagram real quick. Let me show it with you guys. And this is another way you can support my work. This is $15 if you guys are interested in it. It's got a hell of a lot of information. It has the inner earth races, the angelic human lineage, the 12 tribes. Has the indigo children tribes. That's what Magi Grail lines are. The Holy Grail line is indigo children. And there's tribes of them. Like the Druidics. Druidics. The Ceres Egyptians. The Maya Toltec and Mexicali Indians. The Mua Incas, Machu Picchu, Peru. I've been there. The Celtic Druidic Mua Ionians, Italian races. The Ramavita races of India, including the original blue-eyed blonde Nordics. All this info is in here. Also got the angelic human tribes. Isutu Ishua. Ma'ali Brua. That's why she named herself that. Amekasan Etur. It tells you how to pronounce it. I'm not doing a good job, huh? Nuagu Hale. So maybe you feel you're connected to Agua Calientes, Mexico, or the Q site in Central America, or, you know, now you know why Vatican is a big deal, a big site, because it's one of the Q sites. Anyways, I also list the blue flame fallen angel races, the gold flame fallen angel races, and the hybrid Anunnaki reptilian races. So it's definitely worth $15. It's an excellent study guide. But anyways, I was trying to get to the three flames and the different races. Each one of these, this one created two races. There's two races right there, blue flame races, two. Anuhazi, feline hominids, and the feline aquatic apes, which I will be making in my Metatron video because that's where they're coming from. The gold flame had these four main races in the 10th dimension. But that's what I'm thinking. Maybe the dinoids are a different race, but there is no name, like a race name. So there really is only 10 founder races. So the Necromaton is not one of the founder races. It's one of these races. The fallen Anunnaki plus Draconian races. That's one thing I'll change in my my 2025 diagram. And there's the four violet flame races. This is why I try to keep it key coded to the color, but the fallen ones I turned red. Notice how many fallen races there are. Holy shit, right? A bunch of fallen angelic races. And this is just the ones involved in the human drama. The ones coming from... And remember I said something about the dolphins? Well, there is dark dolphins. It's a race name called Shrieky L. There's that L. Like Michael, Ariel. And that's another thing. I don't think I have Archangel Michael on here. But I know they come from the Necromaton Nephilim. Oh, I do. I just meant to make them blue like the other names. So I just wanted to show that real quick. All 25 billion races of the angelic humans come from, I didn't mean to say that, guardian angelic nations. All of those races, all races come from these 10 different founders. This came after the fact because they were created by this race. This came after the fact. So we don't count these two races, but all these other races, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've been studying since 2010. I know this is pretty accurate because I've been up and down the Voyager's books and beyond. So all right, you guys. You know, I'm not in the best health, so I think I'll cut it early. It's not really that early anyways, but whew. Thank you guys for hanging with me tonight. Bless all of you. And also thank you for putting up with the disconnect. Happens sometimes. It only usually happens once on a live though. But yeah, you guys, check out Heroes, even though it's in like 2010 or something like that. It's worthwhile. It's an interesting show. I like it. I'm just binging through that again because while I'm sick or not doing the best health, but I should only get better from not smoking and from sticking to my alkaline chili. I don't eat the stupid shit I was eating before. And hopefully some of you are also going to be on a health agenda, a new health agenda 2025. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming together. It's important for us to come together to keep this fresh in our mind, fresh in our energies and awareness, And it really does make a difference when we come together. And maybe the official shield is split, but hey, we're coming together in our inner Christ. We're coming together in our inner God. We're coming together in the Emerald Order Guardian Alliance, Emerald Order teachings. We're bringing this code. We align with Christ consciousness and unity consciousness. Bless all of you. Shaddai Ure Akum Tan. 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 I am Christ Star. I am Christ Star. I am Christ Star. That means you acknowledge the 12th dimensional Diamond Sun DNA. And Christ Star is the 12th dimensional Merkaba star, the Christos frequency liquid light ray. The Christos ray, homies. Shaddai Uri mostly has to do with Holy Elohai, the blue flame. Shaddai Ure Akum Tan. I can do that for a half hour to an hour. Just keep on saying that again and again and again. Shaddai Ure Akum Tan. I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. GSF, baby. Just keep on remembering who you are, holy ones. Keep on representing. We can do this peacefully through a peaceful, loving, no violence. You know, the dark side will do violence. You also will always protect yourself and your family and your kids from violence. You have a right to protect yourself. We're not sheep. You have every opportunity to break up with vampires and narcissists in your life. Love yourself, holy ones. Omni love, omni Christos love. Love everything. Love animals and plants and elementals and everything. Know that we're all united together in God. You're going to have people trigger and disagree with you. That's okay. Let them. Stand in your conviction. We are the guardians, representing God's original intention. Bless you. I love you unconditionally. Thank you to all those of you who are members of this channel. Thank you for supporting this work and this message, helping your brother Anuhazi survive. Thank you for the donations tonight. There was a few, and I'm very grateful, you guys. Did you know you can also still send donations even after the live? Or my PayPal link is below. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. Thank you. Extra shout out to Sarah Holder and Stardust Goddess and Indigo Wizard and Celine. Bless all of you guys. Aho. Namaste. Ase. Thank all of you. Thank you, Jazzy Gems. Thank you, Galactic Goddess. I am one with God. I am this, I am. And it is so. You said it, Holy One. You guys are getting it. Woohoo! Yeah! Oh yeah, there's a guy in Heroes. He goes, woohoo! His name is Hiro. Hiro, right? He's Japanese. And he travels through time, baby. With his consciousness. What's up? Good night, you guys. Peace. Namaste. See you on Saturday.